Shut up and sit down.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome back once again to Vicious Rants, and of course I am your host, Mr. Main Event himself, the often imitated, never duplicated superstar team, Vicious, and we are one second. Crap. Feel like Superman changing into Clark Kent. We are going over Clash in Italy. Now, before we get into the show, folks, want to address the news. I did announce it earlier in the week. Starting next week, June 8th, Vicious Rants is moving to Mondays. So, same rants, same old me. But here's the kicker. We're moving to Mondays, and we're going to be talking all things TNA. We are going into total non-stop action, and I just want to address the rumors. Contrary to rumor and gossip spread by the marketing department in the Main Event Network, I, Tim Vicious, am not the hometown man. However, I do know the guy. He does reside in Erie, much like me, and he does have a fabulous beard, just like me. And he is also quite heavily tattooed, just like me. Anyways, we're still doing our show. We're still going to be doing everything as is, except now we're going to be talking about TNA. It's a new chapter. We're moving forward. Folks, we are all here at the Vicious Studios, are really excited for this. So before we get into the show, let's just take a quick minute to remind everyone how we pay these gimmicks called bills. I want to remind you all that while we are going to be covering TNA, we are still WWE Shop Fanatic affiliates. Easy for me to say. So what that means is if you click the link in the description tab or scan the QR code right there on the screen, you folks can go to WWE Shop, get yourself an item for whatever item your heart desires, whether it's a Lynch shirt, whether it's a Seth Rollins shirt, whether it's acknowledging the OTC Roman Reigns. You get whatever item you want, and we here at the Vicious Studios will receive a small nominal commission based on said purchase, and that in turn helps us improve the show for you guys. Now, I've already gone over it in nauseam, but guys, I cannot stress enough, because of you guys, with this, folks, we have improved immensely. We have better audio, we have better video. Hell, Wade is actually happy for once, and he's got air conditioning. I don't know about you guys, but I call that a win-win. Anyways, make sure you guys check that out. And speaking of affiliates, folks, we are also affiliated with Skull Shaver. It is no secret that I am bald, and I make sure I stay that way because bald is beautiful, and you can be bald and beautiful yourself thanks to the Pitbull Skull Shaver. It has got a ergonomic design, so what that means is it slides right into your hands. Built-in rechargeable lithium-ion battery. This thing charges up lightning quick. This sucker, you can take this sucker into the shower if you want. That's where I do my work. Pop that sucker on, and next thing you know, boom, 60 to 90 seconds. That's all it takes. 60 to 90 seconds to get a clean shave on your dome. And folks, my absolute favorite part about the Pitbull Skull Shaver. The blades pop off easy. Clean up is a breeze, and the blades only need replacing roughly every 6 months. So think about this right now. We're in June, right? We are in June. So you go and get yourself the Skull Shaver. You get yourself the accessories. You go and you get yourself some replacement blades. That's a good thing because you could just sit on them and wait until January. You wouldn't need a new blade until next year. How great is that? Make sure you guys check them out. The Skull Shaver, the affiliate link is in the description tab. And folks, the OG way of helping support the show, outside of telephone, telegram, tell your friends to go and watch Vicious Rants, is whatamaneuver.net for your Vicious Rants apparel, much like what I am wearing here. Folks, we are stepping into we are doing our first steps into the summer, which means it's going to get hot. And I'm not just talking hot, but I'm talking like it is ungodly, naturally hot. So, you don't want to wear no thick ass, heavy cotton shirt. Nah. You don't want to wear something that you don't want to wear a shirt that made out of something that you can't even pronounce because it was the product was made in a lab. No. What you want is a shirt from whatamaneuver.net, cotton, super soft, super comfortable. Folks, I love these things. I wear them all the time. We got t-shirts. We got tanks. We got baby tees. We got toddler tees. We got women's tees. Folks, we got you covered all across the board. It is, hands down, the best shirts out there I own. And it's the perfect shirt for somebody you love, somebody you hate. Or if you just want to go and grab a shirt so that way you can go and give it to that way you can go give the shirt to charity or whatever, so you can hold on to a particular concert tee that means the world to you, by all means, go ahead. Make sure you check them out, whatamaneuver.net. Search for Vicious Rants. Link is in the description tab as well. And with that said, let's get into the show. Clash in Italy. Folks, it was in Turin, Italy. And the first match was the Ring General Gunther. Man, there is absolutely no one the hometown man is afraid of. Oh no. Versus Seth Elizabeth Rollins, because his middle name is not frickin' damn it. I'm sorry, not Seth, I apologize. Wade! Give the man an air conditioner and suddenly his brain pulls out of his ass. It was Gunther versus Cody. I apologize, folks. See, we still are sticking to our formula of owning up to our screw-ups. Unlike some dirt sheets who like to observe. Moving forward, gotta say, this was a good solid start. Gunther leading the pace with this match. I really dug it, and more than anything, I gotta say, I was surprised that this was on the pre-show. Now, granted, I may have been watching through certain means I'm not allowed to discuss on here, but I will say this, for those that did, it was free on ESPN, which is what I'm talking about. It was the free ESPN match, and I was surprised that this was on there. It was a good match, though, nonetheless. Gunther looked like $1,000,000. Cody wound up getting the win. He wound up hitting the Cody cutter, then hit the crossroads. But, we are not without controversy. Oh, no. Because you see, as Cody was doing the pin, 1, 2, Gunther's his leg slid underneath the rope and then grazed it. Now, Gunther, after the match, obviously mad, storming mad, yelling at the referee, hey. And the referee's decision stood. It stood. It was what it was, unfortunately. So what this is saying to me, more than anything, we're going to get a rematch. I doubt it will be in Saudi. I also doubt it's going to be at Saturday night's main event in the Garden. What I would probably guess is if they can stretch this out good enough, maybe, just maybe SummerSlam. If not, then Saturday night's main event at the Garden, the earliest. Either way, now our next matchup was Jade Cargil going up against Rhea Ripley. Sorry. Rhea Ripley. Sorry about that. Jade, she was dictating the pace. Rhea was building a really good, strong comeback and also got... Okay, I will say this. I am going to say this, and this is my first hound dog moment in a while, so please bear with me. Good Lord, that woman looked good in red. That's all I'm going to leave it at. Either way, back to the match. Good action. I thought it was good. Now, at one point, B-Fab and Michin came out to go and run interference, to go and help Jade get the win. However, Charlotte Flair came out of nowhere, did a crossbody over the guardrail to take both of them out, and then went and broke up a pin herself by putting Rhea's foot on the rope. And my biggest takeaway from the Charlotte Flair run-in, more than anything, was the fact that she was dressed head to toe exactly she was dressed head to toe in a Canadian tuxedo. You spend one evening hanging out with all ego Ethan Page, and this is what happens. He Canadian-fies you. Is that a word? Wade, check and see if that's a word. If not, see if we can trademark it. All right, cool. Either way, Charlotte wound up going and breaking up that pin. Jade looking at Charlotte like she was three different kinds of man. And again, like I said last week, that you could see they're building up for this. It's a matter of when, not if. And I would say smart money is definitely on Charlotte and Jade at SummerSlam. I'm really thinking it's going to be there. Now, match came to an end after Charlotte broke up that pin. Jade, she got mad, got up, started having a screaming fight with Charlotte. Next thing you know, turned around, Rhea, boom, popped her, hit her with the Riptide. 1, 2, 3, that was it. So, bing, bang, boom. Now we're on to the main show. The first match on the main show was the Beast Incarnate, Brock Lesnar, going up against the Ruler, Oba Femi. And this match did not disappoint. Now, I know a lot of y'all are going to get mad at me because of that, given the winner, and I'll talk about that in a moment for those who don't know. But, hear me out. Keep in mind, I've said before a million times, my favorite kind of match to watch is when you get two big hosses that are actually athletic and can move and have them go at each other. Not just like two stiff LJM figures like like we are kids. No. I'm talking actual match. And Brock has always been that kind of a guy. And Oba is that kind of a guy. Now, right at the start, Brock, he wound up spamming F5s like crazy. He hit like 3 of them right out of the bat, right out the gate onto Oba, kick out. Then Brock started going to town, hitting ballistic, and just throwing everything short from a nuke onto Oba Femi, but Oba would not die. And started working on Oba's arm at one point. Started to slow him down some, but Oba Femi, once he started locking in gear, he was moving, he was popping and locking, he hit hard. And then, just as it looked, at one point, he actually picked Brock up and threw him like you thought he was doing a shot put. It just like, what? Okay, Brock Lesnar is like 6'1", 6'2"-ish. Roughly about 280 something, and he just picked him up and shot putting him like he was a 10-pound ball. Am I the only one that's a little scared on how freaky strong this guy is? Yeah. Either way, back to the match. He does that, goes to set Brock up for the fall from grace, has him up. Brock slides out. The commentators chalk it up to he couldn't get it properly because of the arm. Brock hits him again. This time it was his 7th. That's right. The grand total, 7 F5s that he hit on Femi in this match in total. To get the 1, 2, 3. After that, Brock started yelling, 1 for 1, 1 plus 1. I beat you, bitch. So, again, we're getting a rematch. We're getting Brock and Oba 3. This time it's personal. And I would personally say book it at SummerSlam just because it's going to be more market value and you're going to have more people want to go and see it. That's just me, though. Either way, next matchup, we got Sol Ruca going up against the Women's Intercontinental Champion. And not just the Women's Intercontinental Champion, the greatest women's wrestler of all time. But it's not just me saying it. No. Other people are saying it too. Much like Bleacher Report, POS reporters, excuse me, Sports Illustrated, treated wrestling like a joke. Excuse me, sorry. Allergies. Either way, Sol versus Becky for Becky's Women's Intercontinental Championship. Good match. Sol leading at the start with Becky leading the lion's share of the match. And I got to tell you, I really dug this. And this was a really good match for Sol to have as far as on the main roster. Simply because while I'm not big on the whole win-loss, she should win more, she should lose more, blah, 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 blah. You know, because you think about it at the end of the day, what person ever thinks to themselves, you know what? I think I should lose this match. Not very many. But, you know, the ones that do feel like that it's smart for them to, I tip my hat to them on that. Y'all know what you're doing. But either way, good match. Sol wound up getting the win when Becky tried to go for the manhandle slam in the corner. Sol wound up actually countering it, flipped over, and popped a soul snatcher onto Becky. Easy for me to say. And then got the 1, 2, 3. So your winner and new Women's Intercontinental Champion, Sol Ruca. Next matchup. Now we come to the main event match of the night. The Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, going up against the OTC, the ultimate needle mover, the goat of all goats, the man who epitomizes God mode himself, your reigning, defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Roman Reigns. Now, this had a slow start, but that's to be expected because Tribal Combat, you're expecting all sorts of Crash TV mayhem, right? So you can't come out the gate with it being super hot and everyone and like right out the bat smashing each other through tables and chairs and trash cans and such. But good start, solid action by both guys where it was just like, Jesus. And, you know, I got to tell you, the crowd really helped make this match. In fact, the crowd really helped make this show. I don't care what anyone said. I freaking loved this Italian crowd. I thought it was great. And Roman wound up getting the win. What it was, there was 3 of the corners wound up getting exposed. 3 of the turnbuckles wound up getting exposed during the match. Roman wound up getting Jacob's head slammed into an exposed turnbuckle. And then speared him into the table. And then Jacob got up, just like, oh, crack, 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 neck. Oh, man, that hurt. And then Roman, bam, speared him again for the 1, 2, 3. Now, folks, keep in mind, both guys went to war. So, forgive me for oversimplifying this match, but there was a lot to digest, but I had to break it down as simple as I could for you. Monday night on Raw, it started out with Roman having Jacob come out to have him acknowledge him as his tribal chief, and then Jacob dropped to the knee and said, Roman, I acknowledge you. So Roman now has domesticated and put a leash on the Samoan werewolf. May God have mercy on us all. And with that said, folks, that is it for this week's show. So, please, like on normal. Do not forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, go back, watch some of the other episodes on YouTube when you can. If you're listening to this on audio, Spotify, Apple Mute, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast from, leave us a 5-star review if you feel we've earned it. Make sure, also, thank you to contributor show, LFC Lingerie Fighting Championship. They're a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of MMA, a whole lot of attractive women wearing a little bit of nothing. Thank you. Also, folks, do not forget to follow these cool-ass cats right on the Twitter, DSB_IV, Main Event _net, the Main Event Wrestling Network account, Sergeant Curry Pants, 3 Count Thursday, D-Dryer1986, and folks, I am Tim Vicious out there on all those socials. 99.999% of the time, you search Tim Vicious, it's yours truly. And like I always tell y'all, folks, if you love me, great. And if you hate me, well,
Shut up and sit down.
fuck yous.